Hello Hornets, I'm Emily White here with Nia Roane.
Part 2 of our special on safety drills, and we give you tips to land your perfect summer job. But before we get started, we would like to reveal our new logo created by Eric Morris. All of this and more on this awesome episode of SHS Today.
Have you lost any items lately? If so, there are lost and found boxes in both the main office and in the athletic office. You can stop in any time to look for your item. Any items not picked up before the last day of conferences on May 2nd will be donated.
An additional donation will happen 2 weeks after school breaks for summer. Be sure to pick up your lost items before they disappear.
A couple of weeks ago, Lexi went out to show us how some of our emergency drills work. Now she's back to cover the last 3.
A couple weeks ago, I gave you tips on how to do the internal threat drills and the external threat drills. I'm Lexi Dawson, and I'm back this week to show you the last 3 safety drills. We'll start off with the tornado and severe weather drill. The first step to this drill is knowing the difference between a tornado watch and a tornado warning. A watch means conditions are favorable for a tornado or severe weather. A warning means a tornado or severe weather has been spotted. Take shelter and monitor weather reports continuously. If there is a warning, an announcement will come over the PA system saying this is a tornado warning. Take cover immediately. You are then supposed to proceed to your designated positions and wait for an all-clear signal. Next is our shelter-in-place drill, which means there are chemicals in the air. You will hear shelter in place over the PA system. At this point, you are to find a room above ground level, avoid areas with vents that lead outside, and be prepared to evacuate the building if needed. Lastly, we have the fire drill. If you see any signs of a fire or smoke, pull the nearest fire alarm. The alarm will ring throughout the hallway. You are then to evacuate your classroom to your class's designated spot. Once you get outside, your teacher will hold up a green card if everyone is there. Wait for the all clear from administration to go back inside. Another thing everyone should know about drills is if you're in lunch, go to the last teacher that took your attendance. I'm Lexi Dawson, back to you, studio.
Thanks, Lexi. Looking for something to do tomorrow night? Head over to 5th Corner from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. for live music by Contrast, Creel, and Joey Strideforth. Frozen drinks and desserts will be on sale by Brewed Awakenings Cafe.
Are you having trouble finding the right job? Not sure where to begin looking? Recently, Jonathan went out to give us some tips on how to land your perfect summer job.
As school comes to an end, many of us will be looking for a job this. According to jobsearch.com, one of the easiest ways in finding a place to work for is by looking at a hiring sign in front of the window. Some other easy ways to find a job is to go through your local newspaper or go online and look for an ad. First impressions are always important. I talked to the manager of Hallmark, Miss Parsons, to see how you could make a good impression.
You want to come in looking like you really are serious about getting the job and working. Even if you're coming in just to fill out an application, take a little extra step. Come in dressed appropriately. No t-shirts, shoes, no flip-flops. Come in appropriately, ask for your application, and if you get called back for an interview, again, dress appropriately.
Preparing for an interview is important, but the interview itself can be even more important. Ms. Fiesel gives us advice on how to get the one-up when being asked questions.
Make sure when you're greeted, you shake hands, you have good eye contact, and when they're asking you the questions, take time and clarify your answers and be very thorough.
Now we talk to one of the students at Saline and their experiences with looking for a job.
I would say explore the people you know and find connections. The more connections you have, the more opportunities you'll have in the future for job opportunities.
One last tip is to have a resume. It can look very simple, and it shows how professional you are and how willing you are to go the extra mile to get the job. There you have it, Saline. 5 easy tips to help you get that job. I'm Jonathan Fuck. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Jonathan. Looking for ads, making a good first impression, asking questions, preparing for questions, and having a resume are great tips for finding that summer job. Good luck to all looking for one.
This past weekend, many South and West Washtenaw Consortium classes competed in the Skills USA state competitions held in Grand Rapids. In graphic communications, Ben Ellsworth won first place and Chelsea Leathers took third in photography. In culinary arts, Michaela Levansler of Chelsea won first in individual hot foods, while Katie Marlowe brought home first in restaurant service.
The welding fabrication team, consisting of Nate Wing and Brandon Otto of Dexter and John Chapman of Milan, placed second. The automated manufacturing team, consisting of Lee Lucart and Julia Garner of Saline and Kyle Lombardi of Lincoln, placed second as well.
The cosmetology program had a fantastic showing this year. In aesthetics, Laurel Hooker from Huron placed first with an impressive showing. All first-place winners are moving to nationals that will be held this June in Kansas City, Kansas. Congratulations, Consortium.
Now we send it over to David for this week's sports and weather.
What's up, Saline? I'm David Wuebben here to bring you this week's sports and weekend weather. First off, the boys baseball team went up against Adrian Tuesday as Saline came to play as they won their first game of the doubleheader with a score of 8-0. The second game went just as well, where they won the game 10-4, and their overall record improves to 6-1. The spotlight game of the week happened last Friday night as the boys lacrosse team went up against a strong Ann Arbor Huron team. The leading scorer for the Hornets was Tom Hickey with 5 goals, which helped the team with the victory of the score 12-5. Brett Brown had 4 goals to help with the team's victory, and we also got an interview with the head coach, Matt Seo.
Feeling much better about the second half of the game than I was the first half of the game. First half we did not play Saline lacrosse. We played kind of soft, and we challenged the seniors, Tom Hickey, Matt Baxter, Keith Cummings, to come out and play tough Saline lacrosse, and we poured on 6 goals in the third quarter. It looked good. Next game we've got Skyline. They're really good. Skyline's a really tough team. If we play like that in the second half, we have a good shot. If we play like we did in the first half, we have no shot.
The overall record for the lacrosse team is 4-3, and their next game is at Pioneer tonight at 7 p.m. For upcoming sporting events, go to SalineHornets.com to see all the latest schedules and times. Now here's your weekend weather. We start the weekend off with being sunny on Friday with a low of 39 and a high of 61. Saturday is going to be sunny as well, and thankfully a little bit warmer, being a low of 45 and a high of 68. Finally, Sunday will follow the pattern, also continuing to get warmer, as the low will be 49 and a high of 66. That wraps up the sports and weather. I'm David Wuebben. Back to you guys at the news desk.
That's all the time we have for today. I'm Emily White.
And I'm Nia Roane. Have a great weekend, Hornets.
To me, but she didn't know I was there as I looked through her door. She was lying where